Hello everyone and welcome to Mathematics, which helps you to practice the habit of completing a question a day in mathematics. So for this video, we'll focus on chapter 3, System of Equations. And let's aim ourselves to learn one thing from this video. Alright, before we begin, y'all can read through the question first so you can understand better when we discuss. When you read through, you will notice x, y, z is here. So this is the aim of this video, which is how do we form system of linear equations involving x, y, z, and we need to find a way to solve them. So let me highlight some of the important points for this question. So before we form equations, we need to understand what does x, y, and z represent. So here it says that x is the hundreds, y is the tens, z is the ones for this number. And there are two approaches that we can form equations: total and relationship. So relationship means it compares the three unknowns. Let's say x is more than y by 5. So there is one total in this question, which is this sentence. It means that if we add up x, y, and z together, it will obtain 17. And we have two sentences to describe the relationship, which is these two. So the 100 digit, which is x, plus 2 times of the 10 digit, which is y, is more than 2 times. So the is I would translate to equal, and the 2 times the 1 digit would mean 2z. For the 4, I will add it here, because z is lesser compared to x plus 2y. So if I would write it into an equation, it would be. And for the last sentence, let's understand what is the new number and the original number. So if you want to find the new number, this means that we need to multiply 100 with the 1's value, which is z, to become the 100's value. And y does not change, so we multiply a 10, and for hundreds we don't multiply anything. For the old number, it would be, so going back to the question, it says the new number is less than the original number by 79, so the 79, I will add it here. And it says less than 3 times of the original number, so I need to multiply 3 here. And we can equate it. So now we need to simplify this equation, which is exactly the same as the one we need to show. Okay, so this is our third equation. So we have these 3 equations. We need to find a way to find the value of x, y, and z. And the way we need to solve is using elimination. So let's say we have x, y, and z. It will cross off the unknowns one by one, and we find the value of this unknown. Then using this unknown, we can go backwards to find the value of x and y. So step number 1 would be choosing our unknown. So let's say we choose y for this case. Step 2, we need to choose 2 equations, make sure the value of y is the same. So let's say I choose these 2 equations, but the value of y is different. So for this first equation, I need to multiply 2. And the reason why we need to do this is because step 3, we can either plus or minus both equations together to eliminate the y. So since the y's have the same sign, which is both positive, so I can deduct these 2 equations together. As you can see, the y disappears. So now we need to form another similar equation, but we need to repeat step 2 and step 3. So I choose the second equation and the third equation, but the values of y's are different. So for the second equation, I multiply 10. And we can see the signs for the y's are the same, so we can deduct both equations. And now we have 2 equations which doesn't have y, which is the reason why we need to repeat step 2 and step 3 2 times. Because if you want to find 2 unknowns, we need 2 equations. But we need to eliminate another unknown, so we need to repeat step 1 to step 3. So let's say this time we choose x. So to make sure the values of x are the same, the first equation I multiplied 289, which is quite a big number. And the signs of x is different, so to eliminate x, we need to add them up together and find the value of z. which is 7. So once we found a value for an unknown, we can go backwards to find the value of x and y. And our original number would be 287. So congratulations, we have completed today's question. So this is the aim of this video, which is learn how to form a system of linear equations involving x, y, and z and solve them. And here are the take-home points. So to form equations, we can have two approaches. One is to find the total, and one is to look for relationships. And when solving equations, we can use two ways actually, elimination and substitution. But for linear equations, I would prefer elimination because it's easy and much straightforward than substitution. Alright, here shows how are the marks being allocated for this question, and hopefully you have learned something new from this video. So if you feel this video is beneficial to you, please give a like, subscribe, and share it to your friends and classmates. So I'll see you all very soon in the next video. Thank you.